Hey howdy, hey partners, it's Today I Grew Up, and today I'm super excited because we have the brand new limited edition Bo Peep doll. Let's get into it.
Reach for the sky!
You're watching Today I Grew Up.
To infinity and beyond!
Excited to be back with you today, partners, to look at this limited edition Bo Peep doll to celebrate 30 years of Toy Story. I'm very excited. It dropped on DisneyStore.com. As far as I know, they're still available while supplies last. This doll was made in limited quantities. Only 3,900 of her exist. So once it sells out, it'll be gone forever. This doll is kind of expensive. It's $160. So I want to review it for you to see what you get for that price. So far, the packaging is top tier. What's really cool and striking about it is not only the window packaging, you can see here the clouds here on the sides of the box. You have that really clear effect so you can see Bo Peep from any angle. And what's really impressive is there's a button on the back. So right here in the top corner, if you press this button, she actually lights up like a lamp. Turn on the switch in the back, the button, there you can see it lights up and it has a really nice ambient glow. And you can see the sheep and Bo Peep there. It kind of gives you that nighttime look of Bo Peep in, you know, Andy or Emily's room. And you can see that the light is coming out of the lamp. Even though it's not a real lamp, it's still really cool. And it's just a really nice, you know, ambiance experience. And back here, on top here, you can see the light poking through. There's a ribbon on top because you're supposed to like hang it from like your wall. If you want to do it that way, you can hang it from a hook or your wall, or you can just have it in the box here on your shelf if you want. So that's cool options. So far I'm impressed with the box. Diving into the details, we have Disney Pixar 30 years and beyond with the logo. Really cool sticker in the front here. This Bo Peep is very big in size, and we'll go into measurements later. We have 6+, so 6 years of age plus it's intended for. Down here, it looks like a slip cover, so we can take this off later to show you what that looks like. But the sheep look really accurate. And if anything, I think the sheep are a little bit too small for this scale Bo Peep. I feel like these sheep will scale with our collection and signature collection toys. This box is so big that I have to zoom out so far with my camera angle, but I have to untie this bow. I guess it has a little bow. You can untie that way, which will allow us to open the box and remove the slip cover. But let's look at what the back of the box says. I will not be reading the whole description that you see here, so if you want to read this, please screenshot it or zoom in the video to read the summary here from Bo Peep. The box art is just really nice and well done, very elegant looking, and all the details look fantastic. Here on the bottom we have a really cool cartoon drawing of Billy Goat and Gruff. This is what the bottom looks like. We're going to take off the slipcover. So that's cool about the slipcover. You don't have to have that warning thing if you don't want. You can just take that off. It is not affected. You don't have that weird like warning thing on the front. So that's something really nice as an option. This is really high quality. The plastic feels really thick, high quality. So does the cardboard. Everything feels really solid. So at least the price that you're paying for, which is pretty expensive in my opinion, at least you get really high quality materials here. We're going to slip this off and see what this is about. So if you take this slip cover off, you can even see Bo Peep even more in there, which is super nice. You can also have her on display on your shelf with this removed, and you'll see more of Bo Peep, which is cool. Yeah, I do like that a lot better because this was hiding some of the details of slipcover. So if you want to put this on your shelf this way, that's what it looks like. That looks really nice. So I would do that, I think, if I was going to keep her in box. Probably just take this off and keep it somewhere else. Have it on display. It looks really nice in the dark. She does come out of this back part of the box as well. So you're left with all plastic here in the front. And then here's what it looks like in the back. It is attached with a bunch of zip ties, probably the instructions here. Oh yeah, cool, it's numbered. So it says right here, Bo Peep Certificate of Verification, Bo Peep Collector Doll. This limited edition doll released in 2025 has been carefully designed by Disney artists to ensure every detail was captured. This collectible doll is sure to be a treasured keepsake for many years to come. 1850 of 3900. So it's really cool that they number it. It's kind of like this little like metallic foil number. 1,850 out of 3,900. So that's the number I got. This slips off easy. So I'm going to take that off, and then I'm going to have to take the zip ties. So I'm going to spend some time here off camera to take the sheep and Bo Peep out completely. Here's a closer look at the lamp that looks like a lamp. but it's just a paper cardboard. Down here is just a 2D print of a lamp, so it's got a platform here, but it's not a real lamp, so don't be, you know, I want to warn everybody out there, if you think you're getting a real lamp, you're not. You're getting just a paper, which is very similar to what we got from Thinkway Toys. They just gave us a little paper here, and then back here, it's a little simple light that turns on and off, but that is just back here. You can see where that turns on. It's like 3 little LED light bulbs basically right there. You can see that. That's what it looks like on the underside of the display. Kind of looks like mini light bulbs, really. That's what it looks like, but it's just paper and it's not real at all. But it's a cool print. It looks realistic in the box. Still high quality paper though, I will say. And here is Bo Peep outside of her box. She looks amazing. I really like all the details. Everything about her looks really good, and the dress is right. I like the sheep, but the one thing about the sheep, the heads don't turn. We'll get into that a little bit later. But there is tons of articulation on Bo Peep herself. She does come with a stand, so that is nice. But it looks really, really good. Let's look at Bo Peep from the first Toy Story movie. Yeah, this does not look like that Bo Peep. And it does look, obviously, to me, more like the Toy Story 4 Bo Peep. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think this looks like Toy Story 4 Bo Peep more? I definitely agree with that sentiment. But it's funny because it's in the Toy Story 1 outfit. Sometimes I think Disney maybe doesn't want to make, you know, the outdated animation from '95, because to them it's like, well, why would we reproduce something that looks very dated? But in my opinion, movie accuracy is movie accuracy, and I think that'd be cool to get something that looks exactly like the movie. But that's my personal opinion. Not every collector feels that way. And obviously in the movie her hair is molded plastic. Here we have, like, you know, Barbie hair, so it's like real that you can brush, which is still nice. When you look at this and you see her in the outfit, you think Bo Peep right away because of the outfit. Great quality details, great quality fabrics used. So I'm not complaining about the quality. I think the quality is excellent, but she looks more like a Cinderella doll to me, in my opinion. There's obviously head articulation. She moves up and down here. She can move side to side, 360 if you want. She does the head tilts, so you can have different looks and poses. So it's like a ball joint, and I think that's what makes this doll great for posing. You can have fun posing her in different ways because the articulation is nice. Moving on to the fabrics of the dress. Wow, everything just feels really high premium and quality feeling. It really does feel as good as it looks here. The materials are very high quality. There's a Velcro here, so I guess you can always dress swap or repair the dress in the future if you need to. But everything looks really nice. This right here is kind of a loose material. The threads there, really nice. The arms are awesome. They definitely, everything moves on her, so her arms really do bend in and out, and she has full rotation on the elbow. Her wrist is 360, but also it's like on a ball joint type system. So they even give ball joints on Bo Peep, which is really, really cool. So that is well done here. Really, really, really awesome loads of articulation. You can do so much with it. The hands, kind of whimsical pose, but you kind of need it for that, you know, holding the staff. So that works really well. She does hold the staff perfectly. So that is a home run. They did a great job with that. Super nice. Fabrics, again, are very nice. High premium quality. Looks really good. I like how poofy the dress is because it's very accurate to Bo in the first movie to have that poofy dress. You know, it looks really poofy. And it's because they have some stiff material under here that makes it kind of fluff out. So it's not going to really change shape if you squish it. It'll retain its puffy shape. So that's pretty ingenious how they were able to recreate that puffiness of her dress. So that looks really nice. So I do like that part. And she does have a stand here, which is like a clear acrylic, and it's got a metal pole here to stand her up so that she will hold really well. So it looks almost like the bullseye stand. She's sitting on it, and I'm sure you can, yeah, you can definitely hook it off. And we could take off the stand. But look at the pants. They're very shiny. Kind of like, I don't know, like silk bed sheets or something. The ruffles are there. So all the details are still there in her pants. And this is what the stand looks like when you take it off. So she does have a lot of articulation in the legs. They do bend that way and back. You do have some ankle rotation, 360. The shoes look like you can remove them. Yes, you can remove the shoes if you want. So that's pretty cool. They're not molded. You can take the shoes off. Pretty awesome. I think that looks good. And then You can obviously sit her down. I would say it's basic Barbie doll articulation. She can fully sit that way, or her legs can go back that way, which is really interesting. So that's cool. So now you know what is under there. And to keep things Disney appropriate, she does have some big girl panties here, so they're blue. So that is what is underneath, so you know what is under there. And yeah, it's good to inspect the details so we know what we're working with here and what you have for options for this doll. Here's the rest of the ruffles there and the bottom of the shoes from Disney Pixar. So this is Bo Peep 360 view. Wonderful doll. It's really great. I think she's a little too tall scale for movie accuracy, but it's a really impressive doll for the details, the dress. Everything about it I like so far. I just wish we know molded plastic on the hair, height adjustment, and then it would be perfect for my collection, but still great for any fans who are into high-end collectible dolls from Disney. It's a very beautiful doll, and I really like Bo Peep so far. Looking at the tape measure, she's about 16 inches tall without the hat, but with the bonnet, the hat on her head, she's extends up to 17 inches, so she's very, very tall, and definitely not more movie scale. Movie scale would be for Bo Peep a lot shorter. Here are the sheep that come with Bo Peep. You got Billy, Goat, and Gruff. The one thing though, right away I was like, wow, these look like better scale than the Thinkway Toys one, I think even. The Thinkway Toys one seemed a little too big, but this one looks really nice scale. And I think, yeah, this would definitely scale with your Thinkway Toys signature collection Bo Peep, in my opinion. Mine came with a little paint rub right there, but that doesn't bother me too much. And yeah, the one thing though that I'm just really shocked by Disney Store here is that we didn't get any articulation. We got loads of articulation on Bo Peep doll herself, but I wish we had a head rotation. The head does not turn it whatsoever. It seems fixed permanently. I don't want to rip the heads off. I'm sure you can mod it, but I don't want to damage these sheep. They're very limited edition, as you know. And yeah, it just does not rotate, does not move. I tried my best to turn the heads, but they're just not budging. I like the details though. The paint, I think the paint job is superior to what we got from Thinkway with the sheep. They look definitely modeled after Toy Story 4 sheep. So looking at the movie of the Toy Story 4 sheep, you can tell these look exactly like that. I had another toy from 95 that has sheep that look more like the Toy Story 1 sheep, but these are definitely Toy Story 4 modeled sheep. But it looks nice. I like the paint job. I think this is an upgrade to your Thinkway Toys signature collection Bo Peep sheep, in my opinion. I think they look right. The only thing I wish we can just turn their heads. I feel like that would make them perfect. And that's the detail that's lacking here. But the curls look good here, the details. The paint is fine, and yeah, I love them. I think these are great sheep, and this is probably one of my favorite parts of this Bo Peep and sheep. On the left is the very famous 2019 Thinkway Toys signature collection Bo Peep, and here is the brand new limited edition release of 3,900 pieces of Bo Peep doll. Wow, this is really nice to see the comparison. I will say that the articulation is way better on this Bo Peep. We have very limited articulation with Thinkway because the elbows don't articulate, neither do the wrists. She's just kind of like a static, you know. Yes, she does have rotation here on the shoulder, but you see how Bo Peep is holding her staff properly here from Disney Store. It's because she has loads of articulation to do that with her wrists and the elbows. We can't do that with it. So we're limited in the posing with Signature Collection Bo Peep. She holds her staff this way instead of this way like she was with the lamp in the movie. So that's very interesting to see. And here's your size comparison between Thinkway Toys and what we got from this new one. I'll try to do a 360 here so you can see what a big size difference. Basically, she's about 14 inches tall with hat, maybe 13 and a half without the hat. That's kind of movie scale Bo Peep here. And yeah, this is just a huge difference. I will say I do like the poofiness here on the Disney Store dress over Thinkway Toys. And yeah, the molded plastic on the hair is better for me here on the left as well. Also, I just think the face overall looks like Toy Story 4 Bo Peep on Thinkway over here on Disney Store on the right. And this one definitely looks more like the toy from the movie. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What do you think of Thinkway Toys versus Disney Store here for the comparison in size and just style of the dress? I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted. There's like things I love about this Bo Peep and there's things I love about this Bo Peep. So it's really up to you, personal preference. What do you really like better? Let me know. And here we have the brand new sheep and the Thinkway toy sheep. I feel like this would scale better with the Signature Collection Bo Peep and these with the bigger Bo Peep doll because they're bigger overall. But you can just see kind of like the face coloring wasn't there for me. It's all faded and kind of like very subtle to the point where they just look really white. But here we got kind of the peachy tones, the tan lines, and like tan colors. And then in Toy Story 4, they did look more like these sheep. And here on the side, you can just see here, the paint job is just really, really amazing. And I really love the way they painted and molded these sheep. Gave it a little bit more kind of a realistic aesthetic. Now here's the back side of the sheep, so you can see the size difference between Thinkway Toys here and the new sheep that we have here. On Thinkway Toys, looking at the tape measure, you're coming up at like 5.5 inches across. Over here on the new ones, you're right under 5 inches. It's like 4.75 inches. And even lengthwise, let's see if there's a difference. From tail to head, you know, we're almost at the 8-inch range over here. And then on the little ones over here, they're like 6.5 range. So that is a huge difference in size. You know, it's definitely big enough to notice a difference, just massively. Look at the underside, you can see here just the massive size difference. Yeah, you definitely see it more from the top and the bottom angles of the sheep. So that is a huge difference here. I think the shape is more nailed here and natural, a little bit bulky here on the right. I think they went a little bit too crazy with the proportions from Thinkway, which I didn't think I was going to say on this video, but you know, Disney design team did an incredible job with the new sheep. And if anything, I like these sheep better to go with Signature Collection Bo Peep. The only thing is, yes, Thinkway gave us articulation, but no articulation on Disney Store. That would have made these sheep perfect for me. And you can articulate the sheep. And now I'll try to copy the shape of Disney Store here. And this is what they look like. So kind of angling them the same from what, you know, Thinkway gave us and Disney Store gave us. That's the comparison between the sheep. I really love these sheep. I think they're the best ones we've gotten so far. And this is what the sheep look like with the dolls. You can see this is a Thinkway one. This is a new sheep from Disney Store. I really like this better with Signature Collection Bo Peep, in my opinion. Now let's switch them so you can see the scale a little better. You can see how, because these are bigger sheep, it's so funny to me that these scale better with the bigger doll and this one scales better with Signature Collection, in my opinion. But you let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about the scale of the sheep? And here we have a size comparison so you can see a little more clearly what I'm talking about here with the new Disney Store Bo Peep. We have a 2009 Cloud Pattern Thinkway Toys Collection Woody. We have the Signature Collection Bo Peep. We have a Disney Store clothes, but it's a modded Signature Collection Bo Peep with Toy Story 4 clothes. We have a Cloud Pattern 2009 Buzz Lightyear Collection. He's movie size. And then the sheep with the new Bo Peep doll. And you can just see the height differences together. I think this is great. It'll still fit in line with your collection. Is she 100% movie scale? No, she's too big. She doesn't tower over Woody that tall, but it looks really awesome. Whether you're a movie accurate collector like me, you know, you might be on the fence. I think it's worth it just to get the sheep alone. It is very expensive, but you do get a nice doll with it. And kind of a lamp facade, which is really nice. So it's really up to you at the end of the day if you're willing to spend the money for this. I highly recommend it if you're a Toy Story fan because it's limited. It will be worth money in the future. It is rare. And it's also a very nice addition to the collection. And loads of fun that you can have on your shelf for years to come. Great display piece, and I love it a lot. And for fun, here's the Toy Story 4 Bo Peep I modded with the taco sticker. So you can see that. It looks really cool. This is something people have common in their collections, is the Target exclusive lamp we got to promote Toy Story 4 in 2019. You can just see it's actual, like a real lamp. This is under movie scale, of course. It's supposed to be a lot taller. In real life, you know, this lamp would be closer to almost this size lamp, and that would be movie scale. But it is interesting to see what we get between, you know, the Target lamp and this new lamp facade. But it's still pretty cool to see them in the collection together. And I think they're fun. I think this is still really cool for like display in your room. From high up, the vantage point, it would look more movie accurate, but up close, the details are definitely here on the new Disney Store one. So it's really up to you and personal preference what you want to collect at the end of the day. I hope one day we do get a truly movie accurate 1-to-1 scale prop replica of the lamp like we see in the movie. So far, this is kind of the closest thing, and so is this. So it's fun. It's fun to have both in the collection. And what's fun about this one too is that she is removable from the base and she comes with a stand. It's nice you can move her around like the movie, like Andy was playing with Bo Peep holding the staff, as you can see there. So that is pretty cool. But this is just a hard molded plastic, the whole thing. It's not even a real dress, but very fun to see side by side. Well, partners, I hope you enjoyed today's review of the new Disney Store limited edition Bo Peep doll. Go to DisneyStore.com if you want to order one. Please don't wait because 3,900 pieces will sell out at some point. And if you don't want to spend high prices in the future, just get it now. And you can always resell it later if you really want to, but I think it's a great addition to any Toy Story collection out there. As always, partners, thank you so much for watching, liking, and commenting on these videos. It really helps support what I do here on YouTube. If you'd like to continue to support me in this journey, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're alerted for future videos on this channel, and I'll see you, partners, on the next video review.
You weren't the real Buzz Lightyear. You're an action figure. You are a sad, strange little man. You are a sad, strange little man. That might be. You are a child's plaything. Hey, Ham, look, I'm Picasso.
I don't get it.